Greetings for the day. Welcome to the first session of mobile computing. My name is Mohammad Rahmat Ali, and I'll be dealing with this particular subject, mobile computing, for you for this semester. And in this subject, we are going to study about the mobile computing technology, what are the benefits, what are the access, and how it works, and why is this subject been introduced to you. But before directly jumping into the mobile computing topic, let me just get a background what actually this is and why this particular subject is being introduced to you at this particular level of your study time or at this particular semester. Now, this particular subject deals with the mobile computing. Now, what do you mean by computing? Computing is a process of executing a particular task at a particular given time. A particular given task which should be computed or which should be executed within that particular time or within that particular frame or within that particular time span. That is what we call as computing. With reference to computing, we have different computing like parallel computing, distributed computing, cloud computing, mobile computing, and number of computings are there. Now, what all are these things? These all are things are being introduced or are being used to execute a particular task in a particular environment or in a particular way. Now, mobile computing deals with the process of executing a particular task anywhere, anytime, at any place. So that particular computing is called as mobile computing. Now, what do you mean by a mobile? Mobile literally means a device which is being accessible anywhere, anytime. For an example, your mobile phone is there. You can access your mobile phone anywhere, anytime. Like for instance, you want to make a call, so you can make a call from any place wherein there is a network. Where is there's a network, or you are in within a range of a network, or you are been within the range of a time. So if you're there, you can use your mobile phone. For instance, you have your internet package, you have your cellular package, you have your network coverage area, you have n number of things. Considering all of these things, you can use your device anywhere and anytime within that premises or within that place. So that is what you call as mobile computing. Mobile computing usually deals with delivering or executing a process from any remote location or from any of the particular place, or it can also be considered as an computing which is being used to execute a particular task within a time frame or within a given place. So this is what we call as mobile computing. Now, why this particular subject is been introduced to you at this particular time? The main reason why this particular subject has been introduced to you at this level of study is, like, from starting of your engineering, you have studied with reference to different programming application, different middleware, different what you call as backend, and we have executed a small project using all of these things. Now, at this level of time, the what you call as the management or the people or the academic requires a subject which can execute all of the things at one level with the wireless mechanism. Also, mobile computing is a wireless mechanism of what do you call as executing a process. In the sense, see, you don't have a wired with your mobile phone, you don't have any of the physical connections to your mobile phone. Why? Because that's only the reason it is called as a mobile device. Why? Because there is no physical connectivity to it. Everything is been connected wirelessly. Whether you make a call, whether you send a message, whether you access a particular thing, whether you upload a thing, whether you download a thing, anything that you are doing is being wireless. It is being wireless. So this particular subject is being introduced to you at this level to study the wireless mechanism of transferring of things or executing of things or uploading or downloading of things wirelessly. Now this subject is all about that particular thing. I hope you got a bit of introduction with reference to mobile computing. Now, with reference to your syllabus, what the university wants as a course objective for this particular subject. The first thing is to introduce the basics of wireless voice and data communication technology. So as I have told you previously, this particular subject deals only with reference to the wireless type of communication. It has the wireless voice and data communication technologies. Also, it is used to build working knowledge on various telephone and satellite networks. Like for an instance, if at all, if you see, if any of the photographs of Mars or the photograph moon or any of the cosmic things that is being introduced with reference to science, how it has been done, it has been done with reference to mobile computing. Why? Because we have launched a satellite, or we have launched a particular what you call as a robot or a satellite type of a thing, which captures that image and sends back that image to the local machine. How it sends back? It sends back that particular message through a wireless medium of communication. It sends back the information and thing with reference to the wireless mode of communication. So this is one of the implementation of the thing. The third point what it says is to study the working principle of wireless LANs and standards. We are going to study about with reference to the different local area wireless LAN networks and what are the standards with reference to IEEE and all these things. Now the fourth point it says is to study principle of ad hoc networks and routing. Now this is very important with reference to your what do you call as the subject ad hoc network and routing. These all things that we are going to like these all things we are going to study in the coming what do you call as chapters that is being divided into different levels that we'll see in the coming slides. Now the next point is to gain knowledge on integration of mobile networks into internet. And the last point is to build skills in working with wireless application protocol and to develop mobile applications. As all of you have done in your mini project, also now you are doing with reference to your major project, many of the people are using this particular thing with reference to wireless communication to develop a mobile application. Also, like it's very hard, like with an heavy heart I should say this, the education system that we are studying now is very old. Like all as of all you now you all are developing Android applications as of now, and also this particular subject has been introduced to at this level. This subject is somewhat when getting outdated with reference to the current technology that we are using now. With reference to the university, this is the course objective that is been designed or that is being given for this particular subject. Now what is the course outcome for this particular subject? What actually is the course outcome for this particular subject? Now according to the university it says after completing this course the student will be able to, first one is understand and apply various techniques involved in planning and construction stages. The next one is implementation of ad hoc networking routing protocol. The third, you have already done this particular thing, mini base project based on tracking and localization and routing in wireless network. Many of the students have done this particular mini project, and your juniors also has done this particular what do you call as project on wireless routing and getting access, like with reference to the searching of hospitals or searching for the beds or searching for the taxis and all the things. This all is in based on with reference to the wireless or mobile networks, like searching of a taxi or searching for a bed in an hospital, booking of a seat in an hotel, or you can say booking an appointment for a doctor. This all things are with reference to the mobile computing and with reference to the mobile or wireless networks. The last one is with reference to the implementation or implement file transfer, access and authentication based application for mobile computing. Like I think like many of the students, like with reference to going through your projects with reference to this particular thing, you all are already working on it, like implementation of file transfer and all this thing with reference to the wireless networks and application based on the mobile computing. So this is the course outcome with reference to the subject mobile computing. Like in the previous slide we have seen the course objectives, and these are the course outcomes. Now we will see what all the unit 5s is been divided and what is what this is all about in unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4 and unit 5. Now with reference to the unit 1, it deals with only with the wireless transmission, the different mechanisms and different methodologies and different ways by which wireless transmission or wireless communication can be done, with reference to the frequency of radio transmission, signal, antenna, signal propagations, with reference to multiplexing, with reference to modulation, and with reference to spectrum, with reference to MAG, with reference to SDMA, FDMA, TDMA, CDMA, cellular and wireless networks. Now, if at all, if you see all these things are with reference to, or these things are, well, you can say, based on a device. Though this particular devices that we are talking about in the first unit is wireless, but it is based on hardware, or it is based on that particular devices. If at all, if you remember, like in the, like in last 7 or 10 years, there used to be mobile phones wherein that SIM used to work only with reference to that mobile devices. For an example, Reliance, when the new Reliance phone was been released, they had got a CDMA SIM. They had got a CDMA SIM in which that mobile phone will work only with that particular SIM. If at all, if you change that SIM will not work. Why? Because it was a CDMA type of a network. It was a CDMA type of a network which was wireless, but it was dependent on the devices. So in the first unit, we are going to study about the basics with reference to the wireless transmission and wireless frequency and radio transmission, and also with reference to the different techniques of multiplexing, and with reference to the modulations. Like in multiplexing, you have different mechanisms of multiplexing, and and the last one is with reference to the cellular wireless networks, the different cellular wireless network. Now in the second unit, we are going to study about the next level of wireless communication, that is GSM and GPRS, and with reference to the satellite networks, the basic with reference to the parameters and configuration, capacity allocation, FAMA and DAMA, and with reference to the broadcast system, in the sense, if at all, if you see, if you observe with reference to the YouTube, it says like YouTube broadcast yourself. What do you mean by this broadcast yourself? In the sense, if at all, if you deliver this message once, this message will be available for different people at different time at their convenience level. In the sense, you can open this particular video at any instance of time, before the exam, after the exam, for preparation of the exam, or for our references, any number of time. But what I am doing, I am delivering this lecture at one particular instance, and this is been broadcasted to you in a different way. So this unit deals with the GSM and GPRS type of a thing, and with reference to configuration and capacity allocation. Now coming towards the third unit, it deals with the protocol or the standards with reference to the wireless LAN, which includes IEEE 802.11 and the architecture service, and with reference to the MAC physical layer, and the second standard, which is IEEE 802.11a and 11b standard, and with reference to the HyperLAN, and the last topic will be with reference to the Bluetooth. What is the mechanism with reference to the Bluetooth and this wireless network standards with reference to the IEEE. Now the fourth unit deals with reference to the mobile IP, and with reference to DHCP protocol, and with reference to the networking or routing in with reference to the MANETs and DSGV, DSR, and with reference to the MANETs and VANETs. Okay, mobile accessible networks and virtual accessible networks, how they are different, and how they are being used in this particular generation of time. So in this particular unit, we are going to study about the different methods of mobile accessible things, with reference to mobile IP, DHCP protocol, with reference to the MANETs, and with reference to the VANETs. Okay, now the last unit deals with the traditional TCP or classical TCP improvement with reference to VAP and VAP 2.0, and the last module for this particular subject is with reference to the mobile transaction models and file systems and mobility management of the things. So in this particular subject, as an overview, you can say we are going to see a working model with reference to the mobile computing, and also we are going to see about how mobile computing is being introduced, how it works, what are the different mechanisms, what are the different modules, what are the different standards, and what are the different mechanisms by which mobile computing can be implemented and can be achieved with reference to different methods. I hope you understood something from today's session. If at all if you have any doubt with reference to today's session, please ping me at my email address rahmat_ali2u@com, or we can have a face-to-face doubt clarification session at any of the particular date commonly decided between us, and we can have a doubt clarification session. I'll try my level best to do justification for the subject and make this subject very much understandable to you in the best of the way or in the best of the format. That's all from my side. I hope you understood something from today's session. Hope to see you in the next session. Until then, take care. Bye bye.